Hey, there you are, and welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason. We have an awesome video for you today. This is the Vesuviate Attivo-Chrono. This watch looks absolutely incredible, but there's a whole lot more to it than just good looks. Does that sound like fun? Awesome. Grab a snack, pull up a chair, and let's talk watches. Okay, let's get going. This is pretty standard packaging. You get a nice carrying case. I just love that color. When unboxing this watch, the first thing I'm recognizing is the standout good looks. It's got a 24mm bracelet and a gorgeous polished case, and both to hold their own. Yeah, this is stunning. Now, this watch has a lot going on. There's far more to this tool watch than just its good looks, so let's break it down. This watch measures 39 millimeters across the top with a lug-to-lug of 46.2 millimeters. The case thickness is 14.4 millimeters. The lug width is 16 millimeters. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jason, you just said the width was 16 millimeters, but a few moments ago before you said the bracelet was 24 millimeters. Yes and yes. I'll explain shortly. The weight of the Attivo-Chrono is 176 grams. You get a 2mm thick domed sapphire crystal with 5 layers of blue AR coating, and the Caseback window, well, it's flat sapphire crystal with inner AR coating. Back and crown are both screw down and help validate Vesuviate's claim of 100 meters of water resistance. You get a Seagull column-wheeled chronograph automatic movement known as the ST1940, which has a hollowed gilt rotor with 40 hours of power reserve. It's 33 joules with vibrations rate of 21,800. I'm glad they skeletonized this movement so we can see the depth here. There really is a lot going on, and we'll talk more about the movement just a little bit later. Okay, let's talk about this very interesting case. First of all, this is nearly an all-polished case. The workmanship is solid and it looks incredible. Looking at the side profile, you'll see a beautiful signed crown. It proudly wears the Vesuviate logo. On either side of the crown are the pushers, and they are built functionally to perfection, and their shape is great for this watch. I really love the angles running back to the lugs where you can see the slight turn down. But what of the thickness of the case? As previously mentioned, it's 14.4 millimeters, so it is just a bit chunky, but keep in mind these two things. One, it doesn't seem to wear as chunky as it sounds. It kind of spreads out and it fits nicely under my shirt cuff. And secondly, with this movement, which is an automatic chronograph, it needed to be a little bit thicker. Moving to the top of the case, you can look straight down and see its polished stainless steel surrounding the sapphire crystal and kind of holding it into place. The only issue I see here is the amount of polish. You can really expect fingerprints to be a steady part of your life. Now, to me, these fingerprints are not a deal breaker, but you do need to be aware of it. Let's flip the watch over and take a look at the Caseback, and this is one of the neatest and best looking exhibition windows you'll ever see. I mean, take a look at that. I like how they designed a hole in the rotor so you can see more of the ST1940 movement. This is extremely well designed and beautifully executed. The window is quite large as well, and let's not forget it is sapphire crystal. The case and bracelet has been treated to 1100 HV hardness. Why is this important? Well, this is a lot of polish, and we all know that polish is susceptible to desk diving scratches. I've talked to people that have this watch and a reviewer that wore one for a few weeks, and he said it's the real deal. No scratches at all with some pretty rough treatment. The bracelet is 24 millimeters wide, which I mentioned earlier, and it tapers down to the clasp, and that taper does make it more comfortable for most people. There are a couple of important points I want to mention about this bracelet. First of all, it is drop dead gorgeous. Honestly, look at it. It's sleek, it's smooth, it just looks great. And number two, it has great fluidity and articulation. It really does follow the contours of your wrist. So not only does it look like $1,000,000, it feels like it as well. It has solid links and solid end links, so the parts and workmanship are premium. Now, just because I do like this bracelet doesn't mean that it's perfect. I do have a couple of gripes. The integrated bracelet, well, I have difficulty accessing the quick release mechanism on the bracelet because of the drop or trench between the bracelet and the case itself. I just can't get my finger in there to activate the quick release mechanism. I don't believe I'm the only one that would experience this, so at least to me, I'd still have to use the tool. The bracelet is secured to the case in a 16mm lug width, and the bracelet itself is 24mm. You can see the problem. If I wanted to change the bracelet, I'd have to go back to Vesuviate because no one else will have a bracelet or strap like that. Also, there isn't an on-the-fly adjustment here, and I really believe it should be standard in watches at this price point. Now, I really do like the upgraded butterfly clasp. It's nice, it operates easily and safely, and it really disappears once it's secured. It truly is hidden. Now let's move back up to the top of the watch and have a look at this dial, because it is awesome. This dial is both open and balanced. I like the symmetry of the dial, and that's one thing Vesuviate does very well. There are two square subdials. One is a small seconds dial and the other is a 30-minute dial. The hands are easily legible and you can absolutely get time at a glance. The hands are appropriate in their length. Both are silver and are loaded with lume. The dial itself is a really nice salmon color with applied markers, which are heavily lumed. You can see minute markers printed in black with the Vesuviate logo printed just under the 12 o'clock position with the name. And just above the 6 o'clock position is the Attivo name printed in red with an automatic and water resistance printed in black. I really do love the look of this dial. The subdials have almost a sunburst effect, and that's a nice touch that really sets off the entire look. Operationally, this all just works. The top pusher operates the red second hand. Once pushed, it begins. The second push stops the timing, and the bottom pusher simply resets it to do it all over again. You can tell the pushers are well designed because the pushers have a nice pop to them when you press it. Now, what about the lume? Let's do a quick lume check. Again, this watch seems to overperform on the things that are important to me. The lume is bright and shines immediately when I need it. It's long-lasting and effective. I really do like this chronograph, and I think Vesuviate accomplished exactly what they set out to do. They designed and created a chronograph that is fully functional and has proven itself reliable. It's just a great looking piece. So I really do like this watch quite a bit. I find it both durable and reliable, and those people that have purchased it seem very happy that they did. I've interacted with YK, the owner of Vesuviate. He is engaged in exactly what's going on with his company, and he wants people to be extremely happy with their purchase. Hey, you made it to the end of another video. Thank you for doing that. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It takes just a second, but it really does help. We talked about a pretty awesome watch today. We put the link in the description in case it's something you want to check out further. This watch retails for $475. I know that's a lot of money, but to find a chrono automatic under $500 is almost unheard of. This is an incredible watch. Okay, I was given the signal to wrap it up, so we're going to close the show. But thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot to us. We do appreciate that, and we'll see you next time. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch, but don't forget, dudes can't be late.